Hello? Is anybody there? I think I'm live. Excellent connection. It says I'm live. Hi guys. I'll just wait a little bit more. See if I can see anybody in the chat room. I only have 2 hours today. I'm gonna try and keep it to 2 hours. I have a lot of stuff to do. Six watching. Somebody say something to see if the chat. Let me know the chat's working. 5 watching. BLM is a white leftist degeneracy. Hi. Oh, that's your name. Hi. I thought you were saying that BLM is a white leftist degeneracy. Hello, Zero Cool. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. That's funny. Your names be cracking me up. They're so funny. All right. All right. I'm gonna remind you guys to go. Hold on. There's gotta be a smoother way to do this. What did I do? Where is my? I want to remind you guys to join my Truth or Talk email. So you go to the website, there it is. You can see the little, can't get it in, oh, I can do it this way. There we go. Sign up here for your email list. Right here, right? Join my email list. I don't know, I know I keep saying it and I'm still up, but just the way that they're taking people's channels down, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on YouTube or even Facebook for that matter. We're just totally being shot about on Facebook. So people that know to go there, we still have a lot of good information. The co-founder, April, curates a lot of really good articles and stuff and videos, and there's a lot of information there on the Facebook page. And when this is over, I'll put all the links, all the backup channels, all the social media channels that we're on in the links, the PayPals. My channel is completely demonetized, so you can't super chat, so you have to PayPal me. I have my PayPal up there if you want to do that. Also, if you want to go to, I've already signed up, so if you want to go to the store, oh God, again, the store just keeps having issues, dude. Oh, okay. Thought it was having issues again. But these are, this is a bumper sticker that we have. I don't know how well you can see that. All Lives Matter. And then we have artwork. That's a piece of artwork. These are the informational zines that we have. You can buy our Conspiracy Realist t-shirt here. Right. There's a co-founder. She's modeling it right there. Another truther modeling that. That's me when I lived in Taiwan and Ximending. There might be people that know what that is. And women and men sizes. And also, what else was I going to say? There's a size chart. So when you click on it on the bottom, there's a size chart. So you can make sure that it fits you pretty well. Oh, come on. It's not moving so well. Okay. Oh, there we go. So you can see that, you know, it fits you pretty well, right? There's a men's, and there's also a women's size chart down there too. So anyway, yeah. All right, guys. Trying to get it together on a Friday day. Look at the chat. I'll wait till about 10. Oh shit, now there are a lot of people here. Hi. Hey everybody. Hey San Antonio. Support from San Pro Level Mix. What's up? Hey. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, All Lives Matter. What's up? Yeah. Tony, I can't believe you're late. How dare you? How dare you come to my stream late? I gotta scroll back up and kind of look at the comments. Okay. All right. Maybe I should just start now. Okay, so the call-in number. Oh, I need to turn on the Skype so I can get the calls. That'd be good, right? Just 1 second. Doo-doo-doo. Apologize, it's taking a little longer. Thought I had everything set up. Okay. All right, so the number is 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Of course, I put commas and not periods, but whatever, that's how I did it. 512-481-7464. You can talk about whatever you want today. Well, truth or stuff, not everything, but... Make the notes. 512-481-7464. Did I put it in? All right. Hello, what's going on? I'm gonna set the timer. What's your name?
Hello, it is I.
Oh shit, who is I?
It is Javari.
Oh hey, hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? So I just want to make sure everything is good. I want to make sure you can hear me all right. Is my volume too high?
I think it's okay. Let me look at the chat.
My volume is okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because we're going ham today, Virstyne. We're going ham.
Oh
so
shit, we're going ham?
I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. And, because what's going on right now is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What's going on?
It's like now they're screwing with the mail, the mailboxes,
like
stuff like that.
What do you mean, like the snail mail or the snail mail?
We're talking about the mail-in voting.
Oh, okay. So go on. Say what we're gonna say.
And I am going to get one of those conspiracy realist shirts. I just want you to know that because I really do love those shirts. So I just wanted to say that real quick.
Okay, cool.
Okay, how many minutes do I have, Virstyne?
8 minutes 35 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, unless
okay.
somebody calls after your time's up, and then I'll let you talk until then. But I'm trying to be a little bit more stricter so I can get through to more people. So.
Okay.
So go on. Say what you want to say. Go on.
That's so sweet. Just so sweet. Anyway, with the mail-in voting, I think President Trump has already done something in regards to the mail-in voting to protect it, to protect from fraud.
Uh-huh.
And I forget what it's called. There's going to be like lock boxes or something like that. Or, I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but they're putting certain things in place so the election can be protected from fraud and all that stuff.
So I have a question.
So
this is like
yeah.
He doesn't have any control over it. It's the governors of the states that want to do the mail-in voting. Is that what they're trying to do? So he can't really say no, right? He can't override that. So
yeah,
go on.
That's the thing. I'm not sure, but I think the head of the USPS, I forget what his name is called, but I think this guy, even he is fighting against, the DNC regarding this mail-in voting stuff, because I think it's like they're trying to push him around also, but I don't think that he's going for it. But again, I'm not sure exactly everything that's going on with it. But I think we need to look out for that too and be very concerned.
Yeah, for sure.
Because another thing that I want to say is, it's getting very serious now. you know, because I've known of 5 or 6 people this year that have passed on, that have died. And the crazy part is that the people that I know that have passed on, they didn't pass on from COVID-19. Like, you would think that this disease is so deadly, like they were telling us in the beginning. It's so deadly, it's so this or that, prepare to lose loved ones, prepare to lose friends and family. How come none of the people that I've known who have passed away this year have died from this virus? One person that I've known died from cancer. Another one died from drowning, unfortunately.
Didn't your brother die? Your brother died too, right?
No.
Oh, okay, that was somebody else's brother. I'm sorry.
Both my brothers are still here.
Oh, I can knock on wood. I'm sorry. Oh, I think that was LeJohn. I'm sorry. I think that was somebody else's brother.
That was the other guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to speak to people on my Facebook page. I share links on my Facebook all the time. Like, I'm sharing videos and all this stuff because I'm trying to help people understand how serious this all is. I'm trying to help them to understand that we might not have another chance after this, if people don't really wake up and start getting serious about what's going on here. Because the lies have become more bigger, the lies have become more blatant to the point where, it's so obvious. But the scary part is how many people are still believing it, no matter how, no matter how bigger the lies get, no matter how obvious the lies get.
Yeah.
To me, that's the scariest part for me. The amount of people that are still, that just won't take in the truth.
Yeah, I know. And part of it is, did you see Millie Weaver's movie Shadowgate?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
You should watch that. That would answer probably some of your questions. But basically, they were talking about how people are using, how these data companies are using people's data to figure out their psychological triggers in order to mind control them and stuff. So, I mean, that's one reason some people aren't waking up. But how they can basically use people's psychological trigger to trick them into writing, and it is, a lot of it is willful ignorance and laziness, or people are just too, what's the word? They're too, lazy. They don't, or not lazy, but they're distracted or overwhelmed, so they're they have to work a lot, or so they don't have time to really look into it, because a lot of the stuff they're not simple answers, to things.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's it takes a while for people to kind of wake up, and it's just frustrating because it's just at this point, I'm not really trying to deal with people that that are hard-headed. I'm just trying to get to people that are on the fence, and
exactly,
and trying to hang with people that have my mode of thinking,
Yeah, exactly. That's why, because there's a caller who calls in. His name is Ty, and he's really funny sometimes, with a lot of things that he says. And I'm basically on what he's about right now. He said, if you're not gonna wake up, he's like, I'm done. Basically, the last time he spoke on your show, he basically spoke as if he felt like he's done enough that he could, trying to wake people up.
Yeah.
And that he was finished. And that's kind of where I am now, because most all the people who supported Trump from the beginning, we got thrown into this political war just for supporting Trump. We didn't think that it was going to come to all of this craziness. The night that Trump was elected, I was happy. I celebrated on my Facebook. The day that I was happy and I celebrated on my Facebook, I had people unfriend me. People block me, people that I thought were acquaintances, friends, and it's the same old story, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has the story of the people who supported Donald Trump from the beginning. They lost friends, they lost family.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm to the point now where it's like, if you don't want to see it now, there is nothing more that I can do for you. I've extended my help. I mean, I'm still gonna still share links on my Facebook. I'm still going to put out the truth, because the bottom line is, if this country goes down, I go down too.
Yeah. I know.
You go down.
Yeah.
People act like the brainwashed act like they don't understand what's going on, but we're trying to save ourselves too.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I think that
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go on. Go on.
I was saying for 4 years, this has been going on. 4 freaking years. How much more does some people need to see? You know. So that's why I understand now when people say, "Okay, I'm done. I'm done trying to wake people up. Right now, we just gotta put out information. We gotta make sure people have good information out here and are aware of the truth.
Yeah.
Instead of lies."
Well, you got to plant seeds and just keep moving. You know what I mean? Because you're wasting. It's like you think of your energy like money. So if you're spending, and a lot of times I find out too, if you keep pushing something on people, pushing something, they're not going to wake up just because they're being stubborn and they don't want you to be right. You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel that if you walk away, then sometimes people come around. I'm not saying it's always going to happen, but they know where you stand now. So just, I'm sure, I bet you post stuff and there's probably people that read your post and they're not saying anything. That's what I've always found.
Trust me. I know that I've woken people up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know that I've woken people up. I know that for sure. There's people that don't say nothing. They don't like the post. But I was surprised at how many people didn't delete me. There's a lot of people who hate Trump, but they're still on my list, and they still see everything that that I post on there. And another thing is, I stressed before that we can't just let other people talk to us any way that they want to talk to us.
Yeah.
And we not say anything back.
Oh, totally. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Yeah, for sure. But that's why I've had people like unfriend me and stuff, because I never start stuff, I finish stuff, but especially like I have a soft voice, I'm not a big person. People think that they can try and get over on me, so but yeah, I mean, that's good, and you can do it in a good way.
I'm a little guy. I'm a little guy too. I'm a little dude. So a lot of people feel that they can talk to me any way that they want to talk to me. So I have to kind of put my defenses up a lot of times. Let them know that no, you just can't do that. I'm going to defend myself.
Yeah, no.
Because a lot of people think. No, go ahead.
No. A lot of people think, and I was going to add to that.
I was saying, a lot of people do think just because you're a smaller person or that you're little, that your opinions don't matter, they can just, walk all over you.
Yeah.
And that is so not true.
And especially now, because I feel like it's okay for the people to, it's okay for, because a lot of the people that are leftists, they're getting protection. We're the ones that are being bullied. We're the ones that don't have people standing up for us. So they're almost given like a go ahead. It's okay. Like bullying has become a thing where it's okay to bully somebody if they're conservative or if they're a Trump supporter, or a Republican. It's okay, or Christian, right?
Yes, it's okay to bully somebody if their opinion doesn't coincide with yours.
Yeah.
As long as the opinion is like the left opinion.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's like we've been seeing that for years. And trust me, I was waiting for the proof. Virstyne, I was waiting for the proof. I was like, if President Trump is truly a racist, I was ready to hear it. I was like,
me
I want to
too.
hear the proof. I want all the evidence. I want the receipts.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for years. Friends who would come at me on Facebook, they still haven't been able to give me any of the evidence about President Trump. I've been looking for it. I searched for the most evidence I see that he's a racist is that he's not, that he actually was trying to help black people, in the past and all this stuff.
Yeah, dude, I think no, it's true, and it's like, he's the only billionaire I know that was hanging out with rappers. So I'm like, well, if if these rappers didn't figure out he was racist, and all this time they're stupid, how are they just figuring this shit out now? He's just rabid racist. He's hanging out and having parties with rappers, and rappers are putting him in his rap songs and making rap songs about him. It's insane. It's insane.
Right, and there's a long list of rappers who make songs that put Donald Trump's name in there praising him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a long list of these rap songs.
Yeah.
From like the early 90s on up to 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And I just wanted...
Go on.
I wanted another quick question before we go. You can finish your sentence.
No, that was it. I forgot. Go on, you go.
I just want to say that I know this girl triggers you, okay? But I am really curious about Candace Owens and the reason why you don't, you don't support what she does, or you don't like her, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I bring her up because I feel like Candace Owens is like at the forefront of this movement. Like she really is. Like she's, got like millions of followers and all this stuff. And I guess the question that I have for you is, because I think it is important for us all to be on the same page because, like I said, this is not a game that we're dealing with here.
Definitely.
My question is, do you think that Candace Owens is an infiltrator into the right?
I do.
wing?
I do.
And,
so
if she is an infiltrator, I'm curious to know why you think that, because I do watch a lot of her stuff. I feel a lot of what she says.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch the video I made? Did you ever watch the video I made about her website and how she lied about it and how she tried to cover it up?
I watched the video, I'd say a while ago.
Not my opinion on it. Not my opinion on it, but her saying that she had her, I think it was a Kickstarter campaign or whatever it was some kind of campaign, and she said that she had 22,000 profiles of people ready to go. And then when she was interviewed on other shows about it, she was like, "Oh yeah, well, it was a website that I made about bullying." And because I wanted to keep people's information up there, for with all the bad things that they saw or what they did, right? So people could take screenshots of anything that you put on social media, and then screenshot it, save it for themselves, upload it to the website, find your name, have your personal name, your address, your email on the website, okay, all your personal information. So this website could have been used to, say you wanted to go, you were trying to apply for a job and people had access to this website, then they can look up all this stuff and maybe decide not to hire you. Or as in Tree of Logic's case, where she used to be a cop. She found, it started with her because she used to be a cop and she found her personal information on the website. And she asked Candace to take it down, her real name. She doesn't use her real name. She found her name. She has video of her. She blocked out all her, her personal information, so you can't see it. But she's actually on the website. Her picture, her name, her personal address, where she lives. And she asked Candace to take it down. And Candace blocked her and called her a crackhead on TV. Now, if you're a cop, you don't want your personal information out there. I've known somebody that when you put somebody in jail and they're a psychopath, the first thing that they notice or they want to do when they get out is seek revenge on the people that put them there, whether you are the victim, whether you're a witness, whether you're a cop. So having your personal information up there is very, very deadly. So, and especially if you're conservative and you're somebody that says that you support cops and you support the military, it really shocked me how many conservatives were, you know, just didn't look at the logic and facts, and they basically did the same thing that they accused the left of doing. Now, people say, oh, she said she was sorry, and that was when she was a liberal, but she never said she was sorry. There's no evidence of her saying that she was sorry. And I think, you know, if she did it and she actually took it down when she said she did, because she said she took it down, and it was still up, it was still functional. So that was the thing that really was like, you know what, I don't think I trust this bitch. It was functional, okay? She said it was a splash page. Wait, let me finish. I'm gonna finish because I'm gonna tell you. She said it was a splash page. Now, she said, oh, you know, I just left it up, and you know, website's gonna expire soon. And, you know, somebody was like, why don't you just take it down? And she's like, oh, well, I don't want to hide who I am. I was like, you know what, that doesn't really make any sense, because if you have this website with over 22,000 people of all their information that you never got permission to put up, and people are asking you to take it down, why are you still leaving it up? So it turns out that the website was taken down because there were people that called the web company and had her to take it down, and her Kickstarter campaign was discontinued. And that's why it never went anywhere. But she tries to make it seem like, oh, I was this good person and I realized the error of my ways and I took it down. And then when she said it wasn't functioning, there were people that actually were able to go into the website and show that it was still actually collecting information. So in this age of people getting doxxed, and in this age of, you know, this information war, and the fact that she lied about it, and she tried to make somebody out to be a crackhead that asked her to take her information down where it could have been used against her, I don't trust her. And I know that the elites play both sides. I know that they have the left-right paradigm. I know that they have put infiltrators on the right side. And, you know, I think a lot of people are just starstruck by her. This Hollywood shit still happens in politics. And I agree with most of what she says, but I don't think that she's a good person, and I don't trust her. And she, you know, I think she's very smart. She's pretty. I don't have any beef with her. I don't want to get into politics. I don't want to do what she's doing. But, you know, the fact that a lot of conservatives, when you brought this up to her, they choose to remain blind. I even know people behind the scenes that have worked with her that don't like her, and they know that she is, you know, untrustworthy, but they just choose to keep their mouth shut because they want to forward their own careers. So I've had people behind the scenes, when I made my video talking about it, I had people to contact me, and we've talked about it like off air. Like, she's not a nice person. You know, she lied on Kanye West. Do you know that? You know, she lied on Kanye West, and she said that he gave her permission to, or he was the one that designed her Blexit shirts, and he was like, no, I didn't, and then he separated himself from her. Or Benjamin doesn't like her. Tommy Lauren doesn't like her. There's this other black conservative that doesn't like her, and she talks down to black people. She's this self-proclaimed person that says that, oh, I'm here to wake black people up, when in actuality, if black people have found her, they probably have already woken up by just seeing what she says. But I know that they maybe appreciate her has a voice for them to say what they can't say. But, you know, the black people that need to be woken up, which is like the lower income people, like in the hood and stuff, they're not going to listen to her because she talks down to them and treats them like shit. She's called, you know, people that were rioting, she called black people chimpanzees, you know. She doesn't really have any sympathy for any people that are on the left, that are black, that are brainwashed. You know, I don't agree with a lot of these people that support Democrats, but they're not. I don't look down on them and think that they're stupid and stuff. I just know that they're being played. You know, but I wouldn't call them chimpanzees. You know, I think she's a terrible fucking human being.
Well, that's very
and I want to say
interesting.
And I want to say one more thing. What the thing that frustrates me is, why do people think I have to like her? Like, people are always saying that I have to like her. Like, black people don't have to like each other. Conservative people don't have to like each other. You know, and it's like, you know, like a Milo and, you know, Ben Shapiro can go at it, and they're both Jewish conservative men. But like, if I have a legitimate criticism about Candace Owens, people lose their fucking mind. You know, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not like, notice I'm not like, you know, talking about her dress or her nail polish. I think I have a real legitimate concern. And I think it's really sad that people, you know, I tell people and they get pissed and they want to call me all kinds of names because I'm not kissing her ass. I will never join her fucking cult.
Oh, trust me, I would never do that. But that was a really good full answer that you gave me about her.
I think,
which is what I was looking for anyway. But you know what it is?
What?
A lot of people see you, and like I see it too. They see that you can be very much in the same position that Candace Owens is right now. You can easily be in the same.
But but they never say I'm like.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, but it's
and
really.
I think a lot of people saw you and her kind of together, like working together in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll never fucking do politics. First of all, two, I think they just see two black women. I mean, like I think it's because we're both black. You know what I mean? And we're both kind of snarky. Maybe that's it. And we're both black.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I will tell you, black women. Wait,
y'all both have the same fire. Y'all have the same fire. You know what I mean? Y'all are like, you ain't gonna take no, shit from nobody. Or whatever, and I agree. We all don't have to like each other.
Yeah, and that's for. I mean, she has a lot of money behind her too. That's pushing her to the forefront. There are other people I think that should be getting just as much attention as she has or more. And she's not, she's not a real diplomatic person. She's just a mean bitch when she talks to people. She's very condescending. And I don't choose people like that to be, I'm not going to ever choose anybody like that to be a thought leader. And I don't think it's always good to be in that state of anger all the time. She's super serious. Going off on people, doesn't really seem to have much of a sense of humor. And when and argues, I mean, like all she does is just argue with people all the time. I don't really like to argue. I will argue with people, but I'd rather talk to people. I'd rather, I like to interview people. I'd rather do that than argue with people. I don't like energetically too. It's not in a good space. Right. It's not a good space to always be angry at people. They kind of use her as not a watchdog. How do we call it? Like, there's a name for it. I think it's like some kind of dog. They just like sick her on people when people, when they want to say, when
they use her as kind of something to make all of us look bad, kind of thing.
No, I think because I have friends that like her and I respect it, if that's what they want. But it's like they like using Candace Owens. A lot of my white friends like her when she has something to say that they feel like as a white person they can't tell their white friends. But they never. I don't think it really ever works on them because they already are shut down to her because she's a conservative and because she has such a bad attitude about it. Now, I think that, I think it's good. I think a lot of conservatives like her because they give them a voice and she's saying stuff like, oh, yes, I've said this stuff, I've been saying this stuff for years and I'm so glad, or I've been thinking this stuff for years and I'm so glad to see another black person that thinks a lot about it. But I also know that there are, like I said, there's a lot of money behind her. There's a lot of other black voices out there saying the same thing that she does, but yet she houses all this money behind her and it's getting attention. Like I like Antonia Okafor. I mean, we all know Diamond and Silk. They're amazing. There's another lady named Patricia Dixon. There's another Red Pill Rage. Jasmine Connors, Joy Villa, like all these people that are as good, they're not getting as much publicity. And it's, just growing up in LA too, I know she has a PR team. I know it's just that Hollywood bullshit that they're trying to make money off of. And, I really don't like Turning Points USA. I don't really like their approach either because they're playing the same race card that they accuse the left of doing. So I'm not really about that technique. And they're going after the upper middle class black votes. They're not really... maybe I'm wrong. Somebody point me to this, but I don't really see. Yeah, I don't really see them.
Of that.
I don't really see them helping the inner city, the community, the community that needs help. They're really just going after the upper middle class black people. They're not really trying to talk and help the inner city community, the community that really needs help the most.
I agree. This movement should be for everybody. Everybody who wants the truth and everybody who wants to be abundant and be a great American,
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, because I just get this, I get it so much and it's so frustrating. And I don't like to be, I'm not a fake person and I could just be like, yeah, oh my God, she's amazing. Yeah, but I want people to know how I really feel because I know that there are people that are other black people that feel the same way I do and they don't want to... really get the heat by talking out. Because, like I said, she has a lot of money behind her. She has a lot of powerful people that are behind her. So if people speak out, when I made a comment, or I made a commentary video before I made the video of all the clips of her a couple of years ago, I got sent bots. Now, I'm thinking if she is somebody that's on the right and people are sending me bots, why are they sending me bots if she's totally on the right? Because YouTube, I mean, YouTube, if it's leftist, they would love me talking shit about her, right? So why am I getting sent bots? Right. I had spent 4 hours blocking bots and cleaning up my YouTube channel. It was really weird. And then also, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say one more thing on that. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write an article and just with me explaining everything and send it to people, because I just get it so much. I'm just gonna like read the article. Like, I really don't want to talk about her. I really don't want to like, and I feel like, yeah, I get triggered by her,
you know what,
but
though?
it's justifiable. It's justifiable, you know.
I respect you more for saying that you don't like her than you saying you do like her. You know, just to be liked or whatever.
And yeah, and what's
this? Because that's what a lot of people pretty much are doing, on the left side. That's what people are doing all over the place.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
And when you give people passes, like this is how you build monsters in your own party or your own team, so to speak. So just like, knowing this, if people giving her passes, if she was a leftist, they would not be giving her the same kind of pass. And when I was
I was genuinely concerned, because I know she's at the forefront of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we need someone at the forefront who also can be trusted, who also is for what we are for. So we do need to address all these concerns.
And I think even within our own party or our own side or wherever, we do need to be able to criticize people. But there was what's his name that walk away? Brandon, what's his name? Brandon Strock. He's very classy, and he was on an interview where he was talking about. He didn't say her name because like he said, he's very classy, and he's very, very good communicator, super diplomatic. I really respect him. But he was saying that, there were certain people that are on the conservative sides that actually want a lot of the attention for themselves, and they get very mad when people kind of try and take that attention away from them. And they use the fact that other conservatives get mad when other conservatives fight. They use that against them. So they know that people aren't going to really come out against them. And I know he was talking about her because I had friends that went to the Walk Away community. Walk Away and Blexit were in, I think a couple years ago, they were in DC at the same time. And Walk Away reached out, they're like, hey, let's unite. And she was very nasty to them. So he's not going to say it because he doesn't want to, he's right about that. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, we should stick together. But no, but if you're a conservative and an asshole, you need to be called out on it. I'm sorry, and people get so mad at me. People get so mad at me, but I'm trying not to even talk about it because I feel like I have to thoroughly explain myself. And God forbid me being a woman, it must be because I'm jealous, not because of the detailed explanation that I got. And I feel even bad for Tree of Logic, and I know a lot of people don't like her, and they know that she kept going on. But that's really her battle, and I understand. If somebody did that to me, I'd fucking hate them. I understand why she feels the way that she does, and I don't think it's because she's jealous either. I just think that, she seems. I've talked to her offline or on the phone before. She seems like she's just a very real person, and she's not going to candy coat anything too. And a lot of people don't. They're uncomfortable when people are really like balls out about their opinions, and they don't give a shit. It makes a lot of people comfortable, and people want to feel all nice and fuzzy because they walked away and they're on the right side. But they're going to be complacent and lazy too. They have to be vigilant. Politics, any position of power that draws in people where they get power and fame and attention, you're going to attract narcissists. You're going to attract people that are empaths too, and that really have genuine, but you're going to attract narcissistic sociopaths, which I believe she is, and you're going to attract those type of people, and you're going to, what am I trying to say? You're going to have to always be vigilant. So you can't just rest on your laurels and think that you're okay because, there are people that, look at Omarosa, right? Look at Omarosa. And she knew Trump for years, and she had no trouble backstabbing him. I think, and there, like I said, there's another guy, I can't think of his name, he has a huge following. And there's another reverend that said that he didn't like her either. There are a lot of people that don't like her. There are a lot of people that don't like her.
I watch Uber Guy. I don't know if you watch him sometimes.
Yeah, I know Uber Guy. He's really nice. He's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I like watching him. He just go in there. He just go ham. He say what needs to be said. You know, he don't
Yeah.
care. I like people like that.
But
And
and I
Red Pill
understand.
Rage. I watched that interview with you. And Red Pill Rage was what made me subscribe to her.
Oh, I love her.
You
She's
know, that
great.
was a
She's
really great
great.
interview that you did with her.
Yeah, like she should be getting more
You
attention.
know.
You know what I mean? Like I think there are other women, black women. If you want to be like, oh, they're black women that need to be in the spotlight. I just named like 5 or 6 that should be getting more attention than me. That should be getting more attention than Candace. But why is she getting all the attention? It's like she's manufactured. So I mean, I think I will write an.
Right.
I actually wrote an article to get it out of my system because I just had one week where people were like, "Oh my God, you guys should reach out." Oh my God, I was just like, "Oh my God." Like, and then people won't unsubscribe and they'll get pissed and be like, "Oh, well, you're not a real patriot since I don't kiss Candace Owens' ass. I'm not a real patriot." Okay, And people say, "Oh, it's crabs in the bucket," and black people need to stick together. But if black people are not trustworthy, I don't see why we should stick together. And to me, it's not about skin color anymore. It's about people that have the same ideas. So if I have a black woman, if I have a black woman or a white woman, I'm gonna pick the one that has the best ideas and the best temperament and something that can give, just not because of the color of our skin. But with this whole Candace Owens thing, people seem to really still play the race card, and it's very frustrating. So I know I went off, but I hope that answered your question.
No, that did answer my question, and thank you very much. I know you probably get tired of getting asked that, and you probably get tired of answering it, but you really answered it really, in depth and fully. So thank you for that. And, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but, I want to tell people that we do need to be careful of these, infiltrators, and because there are going to be infiltrators, especially now that they see that everybody's going to the right. So they're going to start putting people onto the right side, to try to continue this propaganda, brainwashing shit that they do.
Hey, and I want to say, if she works I want to say one more thing. If she works for you, that's fine. You know what I mean? If she not works for you, but I mean, if her message works for you, and you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like, for now, I'm just saying, watch your back. You know what I'm just saying? She's somebody I'm just watching my back with. All right. For now, I don't trust her. But I also think when people, that whole information got out about her website and people knew, and she lost, there was another YouTuber that went into her, I forgot the name of that website, but there's a place where you can look at other YouTubers' subscribers and you can see how many they gained and lost. She lost like 4,000 subscribers in 1 week. And she lay low for like 6 months or so, and then she came back. And I know Hollywood PR, and I know how this shit works. So they basically were probably like, lay low, wait till people forget, and then we'll come out in 6 months and we'll do something again. Why are people having PR teams and shit? It's crazy. So I'm just saying, watch your back. I don't trust a bitch. I don't. I know.
Right.
I know. And I want to trust people. Like I said, like, there are a lot of really cool women out there too. So what I really do, I mean, I blocked all her stuff. I don't really pay attention to her, but I just give my energy to women and other people who deserve it. That's it. I just don't give her any energy, And like, except now when people ask me about it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write an article and post it and just send a link to the article, giving my thorough explanation. So.
Yeah. And like I told people, we probably got like, less than 10 years. I said we need to be done with this COVID-19 crap by the end of the summer, or this is going to be our new normal. Like I said that.
Yeah, totally.
So especially the next 10 years, we have less than 10 years to really make a huge impact on the people who are asleep. Because, this may be the last chance we get. Because, I mean, we're talking about...
Yeah, I know, we do. It's
a virus. We're talking about Joe Biden running when he's accused of all this craziness, If he's even accused of treason and he's not disqualified, like, this is some serious stuff that we're dealing with, moving forward. The people want to talk about oppression, right? Oppress this, oppress. To me, real oppression is what's happening with this COVID stuff. Real oppression is blocking people from the truth.
Yeah.
Real oppression is keeping people from speaking different opinions that you don't like.
Yeah.
Oppression is not somebody says something and you don't like it, you know, that upsets you. That's just feelings, you know, that's going to happen all the time.
Yeah.
But what the DNC is doing right now and all this crazy stuff with the mask mandates and vaccine this is real oppression.
Yeah, it is.
You know, is it not?
Yeah, it is. It is. I know. You're right. But let me I gotta get to the next caller. I know. Oh my God, I let you talk so long. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I need to write that article.
That, you know, because I want people to see how serious this thing is. Like, don't stand on don't sit on your hand. You know, get up, say something, share links. You know, do what you have to do right now to wake people up. They may not want to get woken up, but this involves all. We can't let all of them drag us to hell with them because of their ignorance.
I know, but it is a spiritual war because it still is like you as much as you show people information, they can still only wake up by themselves. You know, it's like they like the blue pill, red pill scene in Matrix. Like Neo had to make the decision to take the red pill. You just couldn't shove it down his throat. You know. That makes sense.
But all right, it was good talking to you. I'm going to be supporting you. I'm going to be, you know, supporting your PayPal, all that stuff, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you, Jahar.
I want to support all these patriots that are doing what you're doing. We need to start supporting y'all and taking the money away from the DNC and these psychos, right?
Yeah, man, they're crazy.
All right.
Thanks,
Jahar. Thank you, Virstyne.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye. 512-481.
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye-bye. It's like 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Okay. If I want to, 481-7464. If I want to, 481-7464. Depression of affiliate, Uncle Tom's Cabin. If I went to 481-7464. 512-481-7464. Okay, so I'm waiting. Does anybody else want to ask me a question in the chat? You'd love to call if you're watching on your phone. What? It's Austin City Police. Am I going to support Alex in the park at the park tomorrow? Probably not. I want to see what the fuck happened with him and Millie. If he really fired Millie, then fuck him. Fuck him. I mean, Millie's a wonderful person, and she's badass, and she's fucking, I mean, and Caitlyn Bennett, fuck that bitch too. She fucking backstabbed Millie. Fuck her. Fuck them both. I'm done. I'm done. If I'm choosing Alex over Millie or Alex, I'm choosing Millie Weaver. I met her a couple times. She got out. I met her a couple times. She's a wonderful person, and she's super smart, and she's a super patriot, and fired her. Alex Jones fired her, confirmed. For what? Yeah. Fuck that shit. Unless he fired her to, like, give the appearance that they're not, that he's distanced himself from her. I don't know. That can be too, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on at InfoWars. They've been infiltrated. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. So, but I love that lady. Like, I was praying for her. I found out when I was at the Trump rally, my friends and I technically was on vacation, and we were driving, we saw these people having a rally, and we're like, oh my God, so we talked to him, and this lady told me that she was arrested. I'm not taking the fucking vaccine. I mean, God forbid, I don't want to go out like that, but they're you know, what they're going to do first, they're probably going to just make people's lives hell until they're worn out and they're just like, oh, okay, I'll take it. I'll take the vaccine, right? Like that's what like I said, Argentina, what they're doing, like you can't get a driver's license, you can't get a passport, you know, you can't, you know, they're gonna, you can't fly, you can't go to school, you can't go to work. So technically, they're not making it mandatory, but they're coercing you into taking it. So, but I mean, that's where my line. I'm barely wearing a mask, you know. God forbid I have to go somewhere, I have to fly. I don't know, but I ain't fucking taking that vaccine, you know. No way, no fucking way. And it's sadly, there are people that are going to be coerced into taking it because they're like, they're like, I know that it's bad, but I don't think that it's that bad. So they're just going to take it out of fear. And Ben Swan had a really good expose on, they're doing a study right now at Yale trying to figure out how to coerce people into taking a vaccine. So if you can find that somewhere, it's like, are you going to, I'm taking calls, 512-481-7464. Yeah, so what am I trying to say? Yeah, so basically they're thinking of ways. First of all, I'm like, if something is so good for people, why aren't people lining up for it? Why do you have to manipulate people into taking it? Okay, first of all, that should be the first red flag right there, okay? Second one, 481-7464. Second of all, okay, they're doing stuff like, oh, we're gonna test, make people feel guilty about not taking the vaccine. We're gonna make people feel ashamed. We're gonna make people feel scared. We're gonna tell them about the exact, we're going to tell them about, how important it is to trust science. So depending on people's personality types, they're figuring out how to market messages about taking the vaccine. Well, already less than half the population already doesn't take the flu vaccine. So I don't think that they're going to be successful with that. But what they're going to do is they're going to just try and make it so people can't be normal without it. And then those people are going to give in, and then those people are going to get sick from the vaccine, and then they're going to be like, oh, it's the virus, it's killing other people. And the people that don't know shit about science, they're going to fall for it, and then they're going to take the vaccine, and then those people are going to get sick, and then the rest of the people that are left, they're just going to either force us on it or just kill us. If that happens, I'm just saying. Line's busy, but call. Somebody call. Oh, okay. Sorry. Here we go. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Call again. Shit. Call again. Okay, 512-41. I hit the wrong button. 512-481-7464. Call again. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, this is Aaron, East Tennessee.
Aaron, A-A-R-O-N?
Nope, just one A.
Oh, A-R-O-N.
My parents couldn't afford a extra A.
Aaron, what's going on? Where are you from?
East Tennessee, Sevier County.
You're in Tennessee?
East Tennessee, yes, ma'am.
Oh, cool. Is this your first time? Because I don't think I've talked to you before, right?
No, I've not talked to you before. I've watched you a couple times, and maybe a year and a half ago, I seen a video or two of. I think I seen you on a year and a half ago, a time or two, and then you kind of disappeared for a while. Is that correct, or am I thinking somebody else?
where was it? Was it on YouTube, or where do you mean?
It was on YouTube. I seen you a little bit for a little while, and then nothing for a little while, and now you're back for the last 3 or 4 months I've seen you on.
Okay. Maybe. I don't think that's probably with somebody else. Since 2017, I've been pretty consistent.
Okay, I'm misremembering then. But I do want to mention before my time runs out or you get tired of me, please do not do any more videos in your car while you're driving.
Why?
It makes me nervous as all, I don't want to curse, but I'm scared for you every time you do it, so don't do it anymore.
Well, I have a holder in my car, so I'm not holding the video up. So it doesn't really interfere with my driving.
Please don't take your attention away from the road. I don't want to see the pretty face that I'm looking at right now get messed up because you're making a video. Do it like you're doing now with the pretty background that you got.
All right. Well, probably for now that you might get your wish for now. I can't promise you that in the future I won't do that, but for now, like, I don't really feel it takes my attention off the road if I have a holder. It's the same thing as me, like, having somebody else in the car and talking to them. Because I can see the road when I'm driving, you know.
Okay. Well, keep it in mind that you've got a lot of viewers out here have got your well-being in mind.
No, I appreciate it. No, I appreciate
it. In the background.
No. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? You got 8 minutes.
Well, I've got 8 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I watched you guys or watched you on YouTube. It's probably been a week and a half ago, maybe more. Now, I'm not really sure what you were talking about. What vein of thought are you in right now?
You mean about what's going on? About the world? About
Just
what?
in general.
Well, I don't know. I'm just kind of... I know that the media is being manipulated. And,
of course.
And I'm just kind of tuned out to a lot of stuff. You know, I've been... keeping up with my channel. I'm focusing on the course I'm developing to try and educate people about just the basics of, the deep state and stuff. And I'm also working on music. So I've really been trying not to be on social media a lot. I'm just very frustrated, with, I think that there are a lot of people waking up, but I still think it needs to be more people and it needs to happen faster. And I'm frustrated. A lot of friends that I know, and I see the social media and how they're just kind of pushing us into our own corner where we're in our own echo chamber.
I think everybody needs to talk to their friends and their coworkers about social issues and get off of social media.
Yeah.
Those are people you have no idea who they are. They may even be fake people, bots, even. Yeah. I've seen several articles about
you're right.
thousands of bots that have been created to push a social idea onto people, and there's no reason to even look at that. You need to talk to real people at your work and in your real physical social life.
That's what
about issues in your real life, the physical being. Not this internet of things.
No, I think you're correct, too. And a lot of my friends have been talking about going analog. I'm trying to just connect with a lot of like-minded people, too, and just be with my tribe. I have friends in Texas and stuff, and we talk about growing food and, what are we going to do with if an emergency happens. So I'm glad I have people around me like that. And I encourage other people to
Your bug-out plan? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, bug-out plan a little bit. It's not where I want it exactly to be yet, because I would really like to have a place outside of the city. But my bug-out plan, Yeah.
It's not a bad idea for everybody to have a backup plan
Yeah.
in case the worst should happen.
Yeah,
It's
I
likely
know.
not to happen, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, you know. So,
Exactly. That's why you keep a spare tire on your car.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't know. So I'm just trying not to spend so much time on the computer. Like, and what you were saying, social media and the bots and stuff. I'm just seeing a lot of my friends who, you know, who are just very reluctant to, and I know that they're smart people. So I'm just like, why are they still buying into this bullshit? You know?
Well, they've been indoctrinated.
Yeah, I know, but it's
But
frustrating,
since
you
the
know.
age of 5, when you go into kindergarten, that's what they tell you. You've
Yeah.
seen the articles about the teachers that are upset that the homeschooling over video kids, the parents are sitting in on the homeschooling sessions. The teachers are upset that the parents are watching the indoctrination because they're finding out what they're telling the kids.
Yeah,
and they're complaining about it. And now the teachers are complaining that the parents are watching.
I didn't even care when parents said it in my class. You know, my mom would do that too. And I think as a parent, you need to know what your child is being taught. So, but you know, it's funny because, one of my friends, her son is autistic, and they're doing this. He's nonverbal, but he can communicate through like computers and rapid prompt method and stuff. And he was saying that she was saying she sat on one of his classes, and they're basically trying to indoctrinate. You know, he's white, but they're trying to say, you know, trying to be like, oh yeah, like, are you racist? Do you like black people? And she's like, are you? He's autistic. Like, he's lucky if he has any friends. You know, like any friend. He doesn't give a fuck about race. You know, she was livid, and she was just like, she was basically saying that even through a program where the kids are nonverbal, okay, they can't even talk back, but she's trying to push this agenda of like Black Lives Matter and white people being racist and shit. She was fucking.
There you go. That's the most extreme example of it to a nonverbal autistic kid, but even to the most moderate example of just regular children going to their video lessons. Teachers are watching, or parents are watching the teachers show these kids crazy indoctrination lessons that there's no need, like transsexual stuff and whatever crazy stuff to 5 and 6 year olds, socialist and the communist lessons to 5 and 6 year. There's no need in showing little kids this stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
the teachers
insane.
are starting to complain.
I'm
that
so
the
glad.
Parents are watching.
No, I'm so glad that I got out of that. I used to be a teacher, so I'm glad that I got out of it before it got bad. I wish
you would go back.
No,
because I think you would be a good example for the children.
But the thing is,
you would be a good teacher to give them a good example. We need good examples for children. I don't have any children of my own, but I love children.
Yeah.
And I love dogs and cats. I love pets.
But the thing is, with the teachers, they're controlled too. They're brainwashed too. They're told what to teach, and that was one thing I didn't like.
That's
so
true.
I didn't have any.
In the union,
yeah,
you're right,
I didn't have any. I didn't have, even in private schools and stuff. They have their own protocol. I've taught for LAUSD for 8.5 years. I went overseas to Taiwan to teach for 2 years. I came back and I taught in a private Chinese prep school, and they all are controlled and told
in
what to teach.
In private schools, they're controlled also.
Well, yeah, because this school that I was working at, a lot of the kids, they had like extra school. So this was like an extra school for them. And they still were going by the standards of the public schools. A lot of the standards of the public schools too. And
they're told and guided what to do.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's so sad.
This private school, I'm just speaking particularly for this private school, but I think that like it's sad and it's scary, you know. And I think that yeah, I wasn't told, like, I didn't have any, like, I couldn't write curriculums. I couldn't, and I did try to do that one day and I got in trouble and I had no idea. I was like, oh, I'm like, I really have to follow this stuff? They're like, yeah. I'm like, why? I'm like, can I be creative? They're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, well, F this job. Like, I can't, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. But there's this guy that
I had no idea.
yeah, I mean, there's this guy that I've been meaning to get on. His name is David Rodriguez, and we keep missing each other. But he's actually a homeschooler. He was a teacher, and he has a homeschooling consulting business, and he gives people consults on how to homeschool. And it's really not that hard, from what I understand nowadays, especially since there are communities of homeschool. So like you can homeschool your kid, and you really don't even need to do it the whole day. If they're getting one-on-one training, you just need a few hours a day. And homeschool kids, they're sought after by Ivy League schools and high, a lot of these, because they're really intelligent. A lot of these really,
Right.
yeah, a lot of them. Now, and if you're afraid about the
I'm
social,
sure it takes half the time.
yeah, it
If
does.
you're homeschooled
Yeah.
than it does public school.
Yeah. So now, but there are all these groups now to help parents that want to learn how to do it and what you do and how you keep, track of like curriculum and how to. I mean, there's so many resources now, and but I think a lot of people, they're just like, oh, they're either scared and they feel like they're not smart enough, they know how to do it, or B, they they need school to babysit their kids while they work. But now there's certain organizations in the neighborhood where parents are getting together and they're like, okay, well, you're off this day, you can watch your kids for this day or whatever. They'll like take turns teaching the kids, or they'll do a community. And my friend's doing research right now, and she was saying after World War II in Italy, like that's what they did. The community basically got together and figured out everybody's resources and figured out how to teach like the communities and stuff. So yeah.
So
Anyway.
that's the drawback, that you've got to quit work. But the advantage is that your kid is advanced and ahead in life.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's scary now. Like, I mean, you also have bills to pay. So you got to balance that. It's not people don't want to work. They're
Yeah.
working because they're trying to survive, But
That's the equation that people have to work out.
yeah, well,
Do I want to give my kids the advantage, or do I want my bills to suffer? That's the problem right now.
Hey, Aaron, let me take this other call, but thank you so much for calling.
Okay. What?
Oh, shit. Hello? Oh, shit. I think I cut him off. Hello?
No, you didn't cut me off. I'm here.
No, I think I cut the other guy off. Fuck, I'm trying to make this smooth.
Oh, yeah,
Aaron, if
sorry.
you're listening, I'm sorry. I was trying to get it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll figure it out one day, youngster.
I know,
hey,
dude.
what's up, Lee?
Hey, what's up? Okay, this is LeJuan.
Yeah, LeJon.
I keep messing your name up, LeJuan. But you smell like Juan, LeJuan. Okay.
I know, but my mama told me it's French, so, I got to go with that. That's the pronunciation.
Got you, LeJuan.
Yeah.
What's up? How's it going?
Hey, did you see any clips or any highlights or lowlights from this Democratic convention?
No. I'm about to dig into some of that later on this week. So.
Oh my God! They had that clown. You know that clown Billy Porter, right? That black dude that wears dresses to the Oscars and stuff.
Billy. Oh, is he?
Porter.
What's Billy Porter?
Yeah, it's Billy Porter. He's like one of these dudes, like, which no one watches the Oscars no more, but he'll be on the red carpet wearing something that looks like a tuxedo on top, but on the bottom it's made like a dress.
No, Billy. I'm gonna look at his name. Billy Porter. What does he do?
He's a clown. He's a straight clown. He was he's like part of this demographic of first of all, emasculating the black man, because he's a black dude going around wearing dresses and promoting this lifestyle. Okay, no problem, but dude, don't throw stuff in people's face like that. And when he acts like a real pompous ass. So they had him singing a song at the beginning of the DNC or something in front of a silhouette of like the NBA and how they're so damn woke right now, which is why I'm not watching basketball. I'm not watching a single look of basketball game. And my dad, I talked to him the other day, and he's like, I'm still watching. I'm like, yeah, but I can't do it, because you look on the floor, they got Black Lives Matter all splattered on the floor.
I know, man. It's so, like, how can you watch this stuff? It's so fake. It's so fake now.
I can't. It's like now they're straight trying to put the propaganda in your face. I mean, at least before when they would have the athletes talk about stuff to, get their fans subliminally, brain fucked. But now they're just straight putting it on the court for everybody to see. And the players, when they sit on the benches, they have Black Lives Matter shirts on. Not to mention kneeling on the flag.
Dude, it's just, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I used to love the Oscars and the Grammys and all that stuff. I can't even watch that. I can't even watch anymore. Plus, I'm like looking at these people and like thinking about the pedophilia stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know who has done what, but still, that's just in the back of my mind now, and I don't know. Like I'm watching a flipping like satanic like.
Yeah, exactly. Because we can see a lot more like, oh, your boy Tom Hanks, I'm sorry to tell you, but anytime you go online now, right, and you go to one of these pages, and if it talks about something like pedophilia, they'll have a picture of Tom Hanks' picture on there. It needs to become clickbait now. Where anytime you talk about anything about pedophilia in Hollywood, Tom Hanks, people just use this picture now because it's slowly coming out that it's believed that he's like one of these, one of these pedophiles that's been around for years.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. I know you don't relate to talking about your boy. It's okay. I mean, I don't care who it is. And I've been going over my mind. I'm like, oh my God, what if Betty White's a pedophile? What if like, you know what I mean? Like,
I never thought about that.
I was like, oh my God. She's like,
I'm a lot of shit.
Because there are a lot of people that I like, but I'm just like, I think I would still like to believe that there are people that have slipped through the cracks that hasn't been complicit in it, but just maybe at least know,
But yeah, that's the thing, guys. Like that's the thing. Like they're not complicit in it, but they know of it. So to keep their career, they got to keep quiet.
Or I mean, their family might be threatened. Their family might be threatened and stuff too. It's pretty scary too. You know what's crazy? Yeah. I noticed during the like the awards ceremony, if somebody says something or does something political and people aren't clapping, they'll find out because the cameras are all watching you in the audience, right? So if somebody doesn't smile or clap, like they're all under surveillance because if they don't agree with something or they don't clap, then they'll be called out on it, and then they'll probably get a phone call, and then they'll probably get threatened.
Like, hey. You weren't supporting the agenda. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Why you didn't think that joke was funny? Why? Like, why weren't you clapping? Why were you smiling? Why did you give a? And the cameras are on them, so they know this. They know that they're always being watched. I mean, thank God. I sucked, so I didn't make it so far.
Well, I never. That's my dream too. I might still start breaking in if the industry goes back to somewhat normal. I mean, it'll always be crazy. At least it won't be so leftist.
Well, are you acting? Are you pursuing acting?
Yeah, I am.
Dude, just write your own shit. Write your own shit. Find your tribe. Write your own shit. Money. Yeah, figure out how to do that. There's a way to do it. You find investors. One of the best things I ever did, 2010, my friend got into Sundance, and I went to support her there, and we got into a huge fight, and I didn't end up hanging out with her almost the whole time, but because of that, no, it was great. She's a fucking bitch from hell. He was great. It was one of those. Okay. It was one of those abusive friendships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. But because of that, I ended up going off on my own, and I saw a shit ton of foreign films. And I think, sorry to say, I was brainwashed that you need Hollywood to be an artist, and you don't. I saw amazing films, like better than the ones that, because like Sundance too, they'll have the A-list stars that try and get that indie film to get them the Oscar and stuff. So a lot of people are still going to see those movies, but I was going to see movies from like Spain and from Denmark and from Africa and from like all over the world. It was amazing. It was amazing.
And before we go. Before we go, there's something I don't want to cut you off because I want to hear you say it, but there's something I want to talk to you about before we get off. That it's kind of like on the subject we're talking about right now about foreign movies and things like that. Have you heard about this Chute controversy?
The what?
Chute.
Oh, the doll?
No. Worse than that. There's a movie that Netflix is trying to put out right now called Chute. And the guy, in one matter of fact, that's why I'm bringing it up. It won a Sundance Independent Film Award, I think, or something. All right, the movie is about an 11-year-old girl who decides she wants to discover her femininity and womanhood by twerking in a twerk group. Are you hearing me about this?
Damn.
An 11-year-old girl is put into a twerk group, and the movie is about her discovering her sexuality and twerking with other 11-year-old girls.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't see your face, but you sound like you're kind of shocked. And there's major backlash. And the trailer, if you go to Netflix, you type in cuties, the trailer, people are really, it's getting ratioed to death. It's like about damn near half a million people who dislike this, while you still got those liberals who are like, oh, this is a good thing for the state of womanhood. You know, this girl's discovering her womanhood. She's a girl.
11, dude, I can't.
11-year-old.
Yeah, I stopped listening to rap because the kids at school, like, I realized how it was really affecting them, you know, on such a deep level. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Netflix got in trouble because the way they marketed it at first they put television mature, right? And they had the girls in their twerk gear with I mean, I can't really describe it. It's just like, it was so bad that Netflix changed the picture. Let's put it like that. So now if you go, it's not the same picture because people were offended by that picture. Saying you got 11-year-old girls looking like that on a poster. So Netflix changed the picture, and they also took off the TV mature, right? Which would have warned parents, hey, this is a mature subject. You might not want your kids to see this. But by taking that off now, these parents, when they hear a movie about an 11-year-old girl, they're like, oh, good. Hey, maybe my daughter might like to see this. It's a movie about an 11-year-old girl. And then when they see the subject matter, it'll be too late because by then the child would have seen the subject matter and see what's going on the screen. And now let's put in their head, hey, maybe I could twerk at the age of 11 too.
Yeah, I know. These people are demons from hell, I swear to God. Like, I'm going to have a kid, I'm going to tape up their eyes and ears. Like, I kind of see what those, you hear about these crazy parents that, like take their kids out of society and they don't raise them, but they don't, like, you know, I'm like, I kind of see, I mean, that's a bit extreme, of course, still, but I'm just saying, I kind of get the sentiment now. Somebody, my friend was telling me that there was I think it was a troll doll. I thought that's what you were talking about. Basically, she giggles.
Oh, no, I heard about those too, where you touch it between his legs.
It's right where her vagina is, and you push. There's a button there, and she pushed the button in her vagina, and she giggles. Yeah. I was
these lip charts like, well, what do you mean? Why would a child think about that? Why would a child think about it? Because I mean, if you're teaching it to touch, and because usually these are geared towards girls, right? So if you're teaching it to touch it, and you can tell the feminine voice giggling. So if you touch it between his legs and it giggles, eventually some girl might go like, well, you know, let me try it. And you got to create it.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I've heard stories of other kids getting molested by other kids of the same age because the kid was being molested by somebody else. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you don't, you know, I mean, they know what they're doing. They're trying to put their sick, you know, into society, their sickness into society. Yeah. And then normalize it. They're trying to turn boys into girls. And and they have they've already had 2 TED Talks on pedophilia and trying to normalize it. Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it, but I know where they're like, well, it's just a different form of love. No, it's called progressive. Okay? Stop trying to change different words, like trying to make Trump as Nazis. No, a Nazi is a person who usually worked for Hitler in Germany and was killing Jews. That's a Nazi. Yeah. Not a person who supports Trump, you dumbasses.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and before I let you go, what about your girl Cardi B, your boy Joe Biden, who's been hiding in the basement all this time? Which, update. The nationally, even CNN saying because of his pick of Kamala Harris, which was a godsend, that was the best candidate he could have picked for Donald Trump. I mean, for Joe Biden. Because Donald Trump's benefited from it.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah. So, Tom Hellis is so horrible, but I want to say about how Cardi B. I mean, really, Joe Biden, you won't do a real interview because people will question your sanity because we're seeing you have dementia, Joe. You're talking bad to black reporters. You're talking bad, period. And you know the best way you hear, I guess, to get the black vote because the Kamala thing didn't work. Oh, let me talk to Cardi B, a woman who just put a song out about her wet-ass pussy. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's the best person you can get interviewed by Joe Biden. Yeah. A woman who just put a song out degrading black women and women in general. You're letting her interview you about being running for president. Really, Joe Biden?
It's just kind of weird. I look at her and I'm like, she's too bad she's super sexually vulgar. I think had her energies been turned the other way, she's really intelligent, I think. I know people don't think that because of her subject matter, but I can tell the way that she processes. She can be really smart. If it was turned on the good side of things, you know, she could be a quiet asset.
And if she wasn't robbing some of the dudes she was having sex with,
You know, yeah.
Yeah, doing stuff like that, and then supporting Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders for free stuff, and you're a multi-millionaire. And then when he falls out, okay, well I support you now, Biden. Yeah, you just go. You're like Kamala. You just go where the wind blows. And they asked Kamala about that during a debate. How you're calling Joe Biden a racist about almost a year ago, but now you're his VP. And her answer was, oh well, it was just a debate. Oh, so you're saying that you really didn't believe that? You were just saying that to try and score brownie points with black people. Fuck out of here, Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Well, I know I've already talked my way.
I know, yeah. The time went up, but let me thank you so much for calling. Thanks for calling.
I love calling you.
Yeah, I know. I feel yeah. No, me too. I just feel like I'm so bad at keeping the time.
I know. So I'm gonna get off
Right.
to make sure you keep it 100 because you cut the laugh out, so I'm gonna cut myself off there.
All right.
So I'll call you next time you're done here.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Hello. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Five one two 481-7464. 512-481-7464. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, Truly? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? Who's this?
Hey, what's up? This is Damien. I'm working right now, trying to listen to your video real quick. You know what? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? So, as I'm working to keep them entertained, I'm working close to my computer.
Yeah?
And, sorry about that. It's pretty entertaining. Anyways, I was presented to your videos about a year ago, and let me tell you which video it was. It was the Trump racist tweets, where you opened this video saying, if you don't like America, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah, maybe so. It's because if it's a year ago, I probably forgot what I said.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you mentioned how there was a guy on the 35 freeway, left or right, depending on where you were traveling, and this guy was flying a Mexican flag, and pretty much that was it. I live in a predominantly Hispanic community. They were all tripping because they're saying, how is she saying all this thing on YouTube, and that's crazy. Why is she talking like that? I'm like, dude, what did she say that was false? Like, you're Mexican, you know what's up. What did she say that was false? Just tell me one thing that she lied about. You got it down to the names. I'm like, dude, she got it down to the names. What are you talking about? Everything that she said was true. So,
are you Mexican?
I introduced your videos and then,
Are you Mexican?
Mexican descent, yeah.
Okay, or Mexican American, I guess. Okay, go on, yeah.
Mexican American, yeah.
Technically, yeah. Yeah, go, I know what you mean, okay.
And you know what? It's a breath of fresh air to see people like you and to see people like Red Pill, Rage.
Mhm.
Because yeah, the reason we're becoming my favorite. But the thing is, I'm trying to do the same thing with my community. I'm trying to get all races together because it seems like everybody wants to fight each other. My question to you is, do you think it's possible for all of our races to come together and cut this fucking I'm sorry for the cussing, but cut the bull crap from the left and the right and just focus on people?
Yeah, I do, and I think most people really want that. I think they're just being manipulated. You know, if you start to talk about the issues, I think if you can find a way to, because I've been talking about this with some of my friends too, like how do we achieve this? If you can talk about some of the issues and try and leave the politics out of it, then that would open up more realms of communication, because most people really, I believe, want the same things, but because, like, okay, so for instance, when you talk about illegal immigration, now, I grew up, my first 8 years of my life, all my friends were like either straight off the boat or first generation legal immigrants. I don't think that people that are legal, I don't think that they're bad people. I don't think that they're evil people. I think they're just, trying to, they do want a better life. I get that whole argument when people say that. But the fact that it is taking away jobs from people here, it is like, a lot of people are leeching off the system. But if you say something like that, then you're a racist. But there's a middle ground, and what happens is I feel that they're not letting us have these conversations, right? The media and stuff.
Yeah.
They're not, because I think, and I even get criticized for this too. I'm like, okay, I don't think that, I'm like, I think the criminals should get kicked out immediately. I think if you've been here and you built a life here for a while, I don't think it's fair to just kick people out and they don't have anywhere to go. But I think that the people that are legal immigrants get precedent over them as far as citizenship and all that other stuff. And maybe there's a work visa or somewhere they can work around. You know what I mean? They shouldn't get full citizenship, but they shouldn't get kicked to the curb either. Because that's gonna cause a war. I'm like, I'm about like trying to find a middle ground with that. But the way that the media puts it, they're just like, if you're critical of any illegal immigrant, then you're a racist, you're a terrible person. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's no, like they don't treat it like it's a more complicated issue. It's either you're for it or against, right? It's either you're right or you're left. There's no middle ground. There's no way to try and work something out, but. Yeah, go on.
That is exactly right. And, you know what? I thank you for speaking your mind like that, and I think that people like you and Red Pill Rage are going to get filtered out a lot more, and we're going to be able to have that conversation because it is one that needs to be had. I'm making videos on YouTube too. I'm trying to tell my community, and I tell them, hey, you know what? We need accountability. You can have people that have no background, and I know people that don't have papers that are out here, and they're like, yeah, I can kill someone and just go back to Mexico. They'll never find me.
Yeah.
They'll find me. There's no fingerprints. There's no accountability. They're getting Social Security. They're getting unemployment. And there's this one little thing that a lot of Americans don't know that people do by the border.
Wait, hold on one second. What's your YouTube channel? I'm gonna check it out.
I was commenting earlier. It's ADHD reasoning.
ADHD reasoning.
Yeah, I'll say hello on your.
Yeah, email me your channel. Email me your channel. I'll check it out.
All right.
You're saying there's this thing that people do at the border and what?
All right. So there's this thing that people do at the border. Very close to the border. You see how we're having the pandemic, and people are claiming benefits. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of Americans are not receiving the proper money that they need because we have people that are asking for a thing called pandemic unemployment assistance, which is for people that have businesses. Well, a lot of those businesses are phony businesses, and they're asking for money from the United States. They go to Mexico, they claim the insurance, and they're just living in Mexico while we have these thousands of people that lost their jobs here in the United States based on people that we cannot even track. So yes, you would be right to criticize. And when people do come out here, and when they live in anonymity, it is very easy for them to get complacent and commit crimes.
Oh, so for sure. And that's a human thing. It doesn't even have anything with them being Mexican, No,
it doesn't.
Like there was every country has their problem with illegal immigrants. I was just talking the other day. One of my best friends I met when I was living in Taiwan. There are a lot of expats that were actually illegal immigrants. So my friend at the time, he was an illegal immigrant. And what they would do, they would teach, right? Because these schools will hire them under the table and pay them. And, they would they'd stay for every 30 days and go to Hong Kong for like a weekend and renew their visa and come back, And people, and a lot of the crimes that they had were from people that were illegal immigrants, selling drugs and stuff. There were people selling drugs and doing shit, that were expats that weren't, it happens in every country. So people, and there are people that do that in Mexico. There are people, Mexico has an immigration problem from other people. Mexicans or Koreans that have immigrated to Mexico. But they try and make you out to be like a racist.
Actually, Mexico kicks out illegal immigrants. I don't know if you know this, but Mexicali kicked out most of the Haitian community. They started killing Guatemalans and Salvadorians.
What? I didn't know that. How about the Koreans? I know they have a Korean population too, or they're legal, and they just hire them to.
Japanese population, when they come to Tijuana and when they come to Mexicali, they have their own ambassadors. They have tunnels under the city, and they make them assimilate. And then the Korean, Japanese people, and the Chinese people, they stick together and they assimilate to Mexico.
What?
Which is what we want here in the U.S. Yeah, you can check that out. It's called in Mexicali. It's Mexicali, which is where I'm very close to. We have underground tunnels for Chinese people, and there's a whole history about it. But the Asian people that come out to Mexico and they stay there, they assimilate, which is what real Americans ask. If you come to the U.S., assimilate. Don't be flying the fucking flag of Mexico here, because if you left that country, because it's probably the whole country.
I would never go to another country and do that. I would never do that. That's so fucking disrespectful, right? And I notice a lot of the leftist liberal. They're like, yeah, and he's like, I'm just like, go the fuck back. Like I wouldn't. That's just so That's just. It's like, you go to somebody else's house and then you fuck everything up in their house when it's their house. It's not your house. Why would you do that? That's just so. That's so like. It's so insulting. And I know that there are people that think that, Texas and California or like so Mexico, but it's not. It's not. If you want your land back, we're gonna have to have another war then. But we're not gonna let you just take this shit. You're gonna have to fight for it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If Mexico wants the land back just for it to look like shit, I mean, it's gonna be counterproductive. I can tell you right now that when I cross the border, as soon as I cross the border, I cannot drive more than 25 miles an hour without my car hitting a pothole.
Yeah.
I don't want that for this country.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Mexico's very diverse and stuff too. And I think from my observation, the biggest problem that Mexico seems to have, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the government is corrupt and the fucking mafia is corrupt. They have their mafia. So it's like the people are kind of caught in the middle. And that's what they're basically trying to do to this country, right? They're trying to make it, we still have some good people and some order here, but they just want everything to be chaotic, so the evil people can just take charge of it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing from experience. People that come out here, they don't. I'm not just talking about Mexicans. If we really wanted our country to succeed, we would send money over and overthrow the government from within the United States and Mexico. You know what I mean? Where Mexican government cannot reach us, but that's not what they want. They just want to live in a comfortable country that's already made.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and I'm not, but and wouldn't you, if you weren't, I mean, I'm not saying that you would necessarily because of your character, but I'm more not even mad at them. I'm more mad at the politicians and the people over here that are allowing this shit to happen. Because if this economy gets bad and you can go to another country to work and have a better life, I think most people would do that,
That's true.
Like I've even had friends that are just like, they want to move. I actually have friends that said they actually want to move to Mexico. I think that guy Dollar Vigilante or whatever, he lives in Mexico. So an American, if you have money and you live in Mexico, you've got it made,
Actually not. If you're American, you have it made for a couple months until the police decide that you're no longer welcome there, and they'll put drugs in your car, and then you'll go to jail. They'll either put a bullet, weapon, or drugs in your car, and that's at least 5 years. And in Mexico, there's no such thing as innocent until proven guilty. It's proven guilty because I said so.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, there are people that think that I know that. That's what I'm like, I don't know Mexico, but I had a friend that was talking about there's a Dollar Vigilante lives over there. He's like, oh, it's good here, and I know the people that live there, and I know people like maybe when I went to San Miguel de Allende, there were people that they were rich. I mean, like easily probably millionaires, that live there.
That's a tourist city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I know people that have just been like, oh, if they push the vaccine agenda, I'm moving. I was like, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? I'm like, this is the last place. One of my friends was like, I'm moving to Japan. I'm like, but they're so complacent. They don't fucking ask questions. They don't believe that the government's out to get, like, they don't have guns. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Like, I'm just like, America is really is the last place to be right now. If we don't win this, we're fucking, the world is done.
I did mention that a couple of days ago. I think it's in one of my videos. The United States is the last safe haven that we have. If we destroy this country, we cannot go anywhere.
I know, we're done. It's done.
If you're rich, if you're poor, if you're a doctor, it doesn't matter. If you're an elite, if you're a Hollywood artist, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah, we're done. I'm just like, we really are done. I mean, I used to think that was arrogant when I would hear people say, oh, America, but now I understand because of our Constitution, because I've traveled to different places in the world. You know, now I get it. I get it. You know, if we don't win this time, we're fucking, it's done. It's done. We're done. The world is
and you know
done.
what? Exactly because of that same reason, I thank you for speaking up on that subject, because it seems like a lot of folks in the black community and white community, they do not want to speak on Mexicans without sounding racist, because they think that we're gonna bash you guys. No, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate people bringing up the problems, because you make us see the consequences that might come for us.
Oh, well, yeah, no, but I mean, thanks. I guess I just, you know, but yeah, it's my, you know, my friend, one of my best friends that I've grown up, she's Mexican American. And I remember when we were younger too, she would get so pissed when people didn't speak English. And they've been here for like 1,000 years. And at the time, I was on the leftist liberal side, and I was like, oh, come on, it's really hard. And I'm learning, you know, I was learning Spanish, and I was like, oh, come on, give her a break. But now I totally see what she means, you know?
Assimilate.
Yeah, assimilate. And then, like, I would do that if I moved to another country. It's a sign of respect, and it's also just like, you're going to be taken advantage of if you don't know the language. There's so many opportunities that are available to you when you know the language of the place that you speak in. You know what I mean? You'll make more friends. Your world opens up. If you're basically, you're really imprisoning yourself if you move to a different country and you don't learn the language. And the fact that, like, you know, it's a fucking lie when they say that you can't learn a language. You're too, like, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's just another way that they use. Yeah, children learn faster because they're not afraid of making mistakes. But you're still capable, even if you're 80, you're still capable of learning a different language fluently. That's some bullshit. You know, but that's just another lie that they use to make excuses for people that don't assimilate. You know, and I was in Taiwan, there were people that were Americans and European and stuff that stayed in their group of, you know, expat friends, and they never assimilated. They never assimilated. You know? And I'm like, damn, you've been in Taiwan for 10 years, you don't know a lick of Chinese? That's a damn shame. And they got away with it because English teachers are praised there because everybody wants to learn English. But I really feel that they're duping themselves. And, you know, I think it's a sign of, you're not going to even try to, like, you know, have a relationship with the people in that country, you know?
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's what I see in my community. I mean, I live here. You know, it's unfiltered. I get the unfiltered truth, and I hear what people say. Why am I going to learn English? For what? I live by the border. If they want to talk to me, then they have to speak English. Just look at what happened to Florida. If you go to all south of Florida, people will not take care of you if you do not know Spanish. They will not take your orders. And it's a real racist community out there, and it's mostly Hispanics. If you don't know Spanish, then you're shit out of luck.
Where is it?
Florida.
Well, I know. What county? Or what city?
So there's a bunch of videos on YouTube where people go to Taco Bell and they go ask for orders, and then if you don't know Spanish, they won't take your order.
Can you send me one of those videos?
Yes, I can.
Could you send me that and send me your YouTube channel? I'll check those two out. Just info@truthortalk.com.
10-4. All right, and I would hate to take time away from other callers, but let me tell you that I do enjoy your channel and your content, and I've been binging on them. So,
thank you.
You're doing a pretty good job.
Thank you so much. Thanks you so much, Damien. Thank you. I'm gonna take this call.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello,
who's this?
This is Richard Hawkins. I go by Christian.
Oh, hey, Christian. What's
Hey,
going
what you doing?
Nothing. I'm gonna take 2 more calls. Okay.
2 more calls. Okay.
I know. I let the first guy tell a long time. I mean, I took him most of the time, but I gotta go by 6 to go after 6. So.
Yeah, I'll try to be short tonight. I usually go along with you. First off, I want to give kudos to your last caller. that is a stand-up dude right there.
Yeah, he was
we need-
interesting, right?
Yeah, we need more people like him. I mean, and I think it's great what he said about you and how, you know, that kind of thing is filtering through to some people's conscience and realize that, you know, a lot of those people are trying to escape the corruption in Mexico, but they're being a part of the corruption that's happening in our country.
Yeah, totally.
And people have to look into their consciences about, you know, what it is they're doing. Did you see that movie? Yeah, I told you you need to go see Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. You remember
Yes,
that?
yeah, I have not seen it yet. But let me tell you, I was thinking about what you said about the priests and the preachers. I didn't know about that, so that was very interesting. You were very interesting when you called and we were talking about that last time, right? About how they have like investors and invest in church, and I didn't know all that.
Right, and it would be better for churches if pastors had a job before that, because then they wouldn't be controlled by certain people, and they could talk about freely what God has put on their minds to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever seen, I can give you a slight example of that. You ever seen the movie Pollyanna?
No. That's with Haley Mills,
Okay.
the old one. I know of it,
Well,
and I know the phrase.
there's a thing that references to that where the pastor is controlled basically by one woman who runs the town, and she sends him messages to tell him what to preach about and what to talk about. And anyway, it's in the movie. The movie's not about that, but and that goes all the way back to the early 60s. So paying your pastor is not necessarily, I mean, it's pretty much done standard board with most churches, but we might be better off if we didn't do that kind of thing, because some things just have to be done for altruistic reasons. You know, you should want to be a doctor because you want to save lives, not because you want to be a millionaire or have a yacht.
But check this out.
Right.
You know, doctors they're in a lot of debt. So you're at least $250,000 to $500,000 in debt or more by the time you finish medical school. Same thing.
Yeah, well,
Same thing with
go ahead.
lawyers. You can't go be a lawyer and be a doctor without being like hundreds of $1,000s in debt. So the system is set up like that, you know?
Well, you got the insurance companies, which are middlemen, and everybody thinks the insurance companies gives us protection, but they don't. They're nothing but a bunch of ticks that suck more money out of us. And, you know, if people could go to the doctor where there's no health insurance, no car insurance, no anything like that, you could go to the doctor and you can negotiate with what you had. And you got to get rid of the lawsuits so much, too. But you could go to the doctor and you can negotiate with your doctor about how much you could pay him. And, you know, the doctors are going to have to take money. They can't work for free.
Yeah.
So they would have to be more altruistic and trying to help people and continue to do their job. But like I said, most people want to become a doctor. You ask a kid why they want to go be a doctor. Well, it's because they make a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, and the doctors are being taught fake science, so they're not even being taught really how to heal people. They're just taught how to you know, like mask symptoms, but not really the core healing. So if you want to be a real doctor, you got to be like a naturopath or like a chiropractor or something that really actually heals.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking on people for wanting to earn money. Don't get me wrong, the capitalist system is like that, and it's still. But there's some things, you know, that you have money is not more important than. And I think we've gone overboard with that. But I wanted to talk to you about, I noticed your shows are usually, and I love your shows, and they're very informative. And as a community, we all listen to what you have to say, and we love hearing you. But I know and that's just not you, but people in general in the conservative side and people, you know, what we normally do is we sit around and we bitch and moan a lot about what's wrong.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe you could have a solutions show where people talk about things that we can actually do to combat these left-wing lunatics. And I think Donald Trump did an awesome thing that everybody should get behind, which is boycott Goodyear, boycott these corporations, that are trying to push this left-wing propaganda down our throats. It's our only thing that we can do to fight back. And I think that's a solution that we can do peacefully, respectfully, is tell them, fuck you, you're not getting our money anymore because you hate us. So fucking go broke.
I love that idea. And in fact, yes, I love that idea. I've been thinking about that as well, because I've been thinking about where the next things I want to do with this. What are the next things I want to do with this channel? The co-founder, who's like a ghost, basically, you don't see her, but we were talking about. She's working on this article where we're talking about like 10 things to do or a few things to do to survive the COVID apocalypse, jokingly. But what are some things that we can do as human beings, as people, to make sure that we survive? Like, can we learn to grow a garden, learn about herbalism, learn this, learn that, things that are skills that you're going to have, because if this goes really, really bad, and I think that there might be a group of people who are just going to break off from society. I'm not living in a society where I have to get vaccinated and stuff. So either, knock on wood, I'm going to die, or I'm going to join the the fringe people. Right? So it's like
you're going to hide, though. Like you're looking for ways to hide, and there's nowhere to hide no more.
Well, I mean, either that or they're gonna kill. Either that or we're gonna die, right? I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we're just thinking of scenarios in our minds. So we're saying basically, okay, if you know how to garden and you have or you know how to fish, or you know how to do this, you have these set of skills, and you need to join a community for survival. They're not gonna let you in if you're not resourceful in some way. It's not gonna be worth it for you to let. Does it make sense? Like, for them to let you in if you're not resourceful.
Right. Well, I think solutions, yeah, and the definite theme of solutions, and I think what you said is good, and I think the boycotting, I won't watch Disney movies anymore because I don't like the propaganda they're putting out in Disney movies. So they'll never get another dollar of my money ever again. And shutting down my cable.
Yeah, I heard about the Goodyear thing, so I won't be buying tires, right? They're banning MAGA hats and Blue Lives Matter, but everybody else can wear Black Lives Matter and stuff. That's some bullshit. I won't be getting Goodyear tires.
Yeah, well, I mean, what? And we need to tell them, hey, you're not getting any more of our money, because that's the only thing they will listen to. And I'll be honest with you. Even if they said, Goodyear said, okay, we're going to change our policy, you know what I would say? No, fuck you. You'll never get my money again because you're full of shit. You're not doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because you want the money. I'll go buy tires from your closest competitor as long as they're not doing the same thing you are.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
And I would like to say something else. I heard this morning from some guy. A friend of mine shared a video with me, and it's actually my boss. And he showed me a video of a guy that was talking about how the new systems, that like they have in Europe with all the cameras all over the country, watching everybody on every corner, and that they're doing that more in America, is what I understand.
Yeah.
And part of the reason for the COVID, his mind was saying, was to separate people, and by wearing masks, that they're learning right now how to do facial recognition on people. The technology is learning how to do it even while people are wearing masks. So in other words, wearing a mask wouldn't do you any good in this future 1984 world that we're coming upon.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all.
No, I've heard that too. And I think there are many different agendas behind the mask thing. There's the Babylonian ritual thing. There's also, I think it all agrees. Like, it's all true. I think it's the facial recognition is actually, something that's helping to lower our immune system. So when winter comes, and people will get sicker, and they can blame that on COVID along with the vaccine, and it make
Yeah.
and if people do decide to get the vaccine, if they're wearing the mask, they're going to get sicker faster because their immune system is already lowered because they've been wearing the mask, so transforming
Well,
us, transforming the human beings, a ritualistic thing, because these assholes, we know that they're very religious in their satanic beliefs and stuff, so
yeah, they're also getting you ready to probably wear a mask because they want to. Who knows? They might start enforcing Sharia law in some parts of the United States.
that, or also think about all these crazy ass pedophiles. You can't, it'd be hard to identify victims and kidnappers with masks on. They said Elizabeth Smart, that girl that was taken from her bedroom, that the reason that they weren't able to find her, it was really hard to find her for such a long time, is because she was wearing a mask, or her face was covered. Not a
hijab.
I think she was wearing a hijab
Yeah.
or something, yeah, or yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be a little shorter tonight. I just want to tell you, great job, good deal. Watch Mr. Smith go to Washington.
I will when I get time. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to watch movies, but I do have a movie list, and I would like to see that for sure. And Pollyanna, I wrote that down too.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one, and that you should watch. Just say keep doing a good job, and have a solution show where people just call in with ideas about what we can do to combat this.
I like that. I do. I put a big circle around that. I'm down for that for sure. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us are just frustrated. We're angry. We're mad as hell. But we kind of we don't really kind of know what to do other than just
bitch and moan. You're right. Sounds like you should have your own. You should have your own YouTube channel.
Well, I probably should, but I'm not tech savvy enough. Maybe you could teach me. I don't know.
It's easy. Go to watch a YouTube channel.
I got a lot of good ideas, and I just, to me, it's about right and wrong.
I'm not being a smart ass, but you can literally YouTube on how to start your own channel.
I've done that, and I'm still lost. I'm just, I'm bad. I'm telling you, I'm not very mechanically inclined. I'm not computer inclined. I know how to go on YouTube and watch some good stuff. That's why I watch you and Jericho Green, and I also put a plug in for the guy on your show tonight while I was writing down under Richard Hawkins, but I go by Christian. The Red Elephants. I don't know if you've ever watched.
Oh yes, Vince. I haven't seen him stuff. There's so many good people out there. There are people whose channels I come across and I'm like, oh, they're good. But when you have your own shit going on, you can't watch everybody's channel. If my friends do stuff I don't even know about it, I'm like, you have to send it to me, and vice versa. I don't expect my YouTube friends to watch my videos. If I see my friends that are live and I'll just pop in for a minute, I'll be like, hey, what's up? And then I gotta go, But yes, the Red Elephants, Vince. Yeah, I like that guy. He does good work.
What is his name? Is it Vincent?
I think it's Vincent or Vince.
Yeah, his show is excellent, quick. I mean, he puts facts in there. He just smacks you up in the head with a 2x4 with facts.
Yeah,
and
smart guy.
With truth. So yeah, he's a great guy to watch as well.
Yeah. He's good. There are a lot of good people, and every day I'm like, well, not every day, but every week or at least, I'm finding somebody new that's popped up and just start their own channel, and I just love that. I love the fact that people can do that because it's really good to get different perspectives from different races, women, sexes, from different incomes, from people that have different jobs, because all of those things add another piece to a puzzle that other people don't know about, that can help string things together and wake people up, Yeah,
you know what? Heaven is going to be full of good people. It's going to have good people who are black, good people who are white, good people who are Hispanic. It's going to have caring, loving individuals that wanted to stand up for what was right.
Yeah.
And, women, men, whatever. And, so I put in a plug for him too. But yeah, solution show. I think I'm glad you like that idea.
Yeah, I love that idea. That's great. I'm probably going to start it as early as next week. So, well, I think by next week, You know what? I can do half and half because next week I really want to have the first module done, and I'll be talking about the which is actually a solution. It's just educating people. The educational module that I'm talking about, like on conspiracies and stuff, but kind of give people basic foundation, and then I can do half that, talking about that, selling that module, and then I can do a solution show maybe after, like in the same hour or the next hour, like 1 hour on that, and then 1 hour we can do solutions. So
you never know. You might work on the solution show, and it might struggle a little bit first, but then you might say, you know what, I'll do it again. And you know what, you might have people come in with all kinds of really good ideas.
Yeah, I know. I did. Like, 2 heads are definitely, more heads are better than one for sure. And like I was saying, people have different perspectives, insights, depending on what they do, where they live, their own experiences. So it's all very valuable,
Yeah, and I didn't come up with the boycott idea. I'm still in that for Donald Trump, and I think that's a fantastic fucking idea.
Well, you know what happened with Goya when they tried to, I think the left tried to organize a boycott of Goya foods. People actually went, because the founder, I think, is Mexican.
Right? Goya beans, right?
Well, they do beans, rice, all kinds of food, not just. And when COVID-19 hit New York, quote unquote, they were one of the first people to go and offer free food to people. And when I think the president basically said that he liked Donald Trump and he supported him, and all the lefters were like, oh my God, he's terrible, boycott him. And instead, people went out and bought their food and their sales skyrocketed. So now they're on the map. They're on the map, So it's support the people who support you and don't support the people who don't. It's really simple, And
you know what? We gotta do the research to find out the people who think like us, who support us, and stand for what's right.
Yeah.
There's no racism, in my opinion. When I say racism, or we have all these different people, but there's only 2 things that we want to separate it by black and white, male and female.
Yeah.
You name it, right? But to me, there's only 2 things they're the same thing. It's good and bad, or right and wrong, and good and evil. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right now, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So have a great night.
Thank you.
Keep up your strong work. Love you.
Okay, Chief. Bye, Christian.
Okay, bye-bye.
512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. Last call. 512-481-7464. Hello. Coming to 481-7464. Last one. I'm supposed to stop at 6, but I'll take one more caller. Unless, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna just. All right, I'm gonna stop now. It's 6. That was my last caller then. All right, guys. I'm gonna log out. I will talk to you later. Thanks for calling. Thanks for tuning in. I will throw up some videos next week. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. Peace and love. Bye-bye. Mwah.